Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Atlas Earth. And today we're going to go over an exploit that has been near and dear to my heart because I've been trying to figure out how there are people out there that have enormous amounts of legendaries and epics um, and are not directly proportional towards some type of uh, statistical deviation, I should say. They're not directly proportional to a statistical deviation or an estimate or whatever. And some people are so noticeable that they will only have legendaries and they will only have epics, or epics and legendaries only, etc. And I wanted to know how they did it. So I came up with the way that this can be done or is done. So here is the exploit slash hack slash um, I would say cheat, because it is cheating and it is potentially against terms of service because you have to have another account to do this. Um, and you will get banned most likely if the ban hammer starts coming down. For now, of course, I don't think that there's going to be too much of a ban hammer because of the infancy of the game, and I do believe that it is possible that the promotion of the game itself is going to be uh, limited toward, I guess, this exploit as well. Will it get some people to quit playing? I think it might get people to start considering doing this exploit um, and risking their account, especially if it's a newer account and they want to grow fast and they want to get that $5 really fast. Uh, you know what I mean? So, without further ado, let's go over the exploit. So, basically, what you do is you have a marker land, or a piece of land that you have marked uh, for whether it's somebody else's account, whether it's your account, whether it's the new account, and you make two new accounts or whatever, because you're going to need at least one Smurf account, one account that you end up purchasing and then deleting the account, purchasing a land and then deleting the account. So your Smurf account is basically going to be the account that purchases the land adjacent to somewhere adjacent to the uh, anchor land, and you use the anchor land as like a landmark basically to be able to determine what the next piece of land's property is going to be. So if it or value is going to be. So if it's a rare, epic, or legendary, of course, commons are just commons and they get thrown away. But the epics and legendaries, for instance, are very valuable lands, which would be able to be transferred over uh, for to the player uh, after it's purchased from the Smurf account for I think $120 it can be sold for minimum. And there is, of course, the cheaper way for that to happen, and that is to delete the account and remember the marker for where the piece of land is at. So this directly only applies if the pieces of land are not truly random uh, for the game. And I will just go ahead and say that I have heard and seen with my own eyes that pieces of property can be, quote, re-rolled and uh, they still come up with the same parcel land type. So let's just say, for example, the piece of property to the left of my anchor land is going to be a common. You can go ahead and we could see that it would be a common if I decided to purchase the land, but I don't want to spend 100 Atlas bucks, of course, to prove my point. But the left piece of land should be a common. The right piece of land should be a rare. And I believe the top piece of land should be a legendary. Um, I don't have the money right now to be able to spend it, but overall, with this exploitive strategy, I personally do not wish to take uh, part, a part of this exploitive hacking, cheating way of being able to play the game. Uh, but there you have it. Basically, a way to cheat the system. So thanks so much for viewing. If you were to do this, be prepared to potentially get your account banned. But um, I don't think they're going to ban anybody for a while, unless this video, of course, blows up and everybody ends up using it. And honestly, if everybody ends up using it, then I might start using it. If they say, "Oh, well, this is just a game feature," cool. Then I found a new game feature. Uh, but basically, like I said, Smurf account, no locations of the epic and legendaries. Purchase the epic and legendaries on main account. That's the synopsis. Thanks so much for viewing. Have a wonderful day.